Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. I screwed that up, but we don't edit on this show, so you're going to get the uncut, raw version. Hey, everyone, it's the Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show with Jay Ken, episode number 26. Adrian Peterson. You Packer fans remember that son of a gun? Tearing up the backfield. Anyway, we're talking previously recorded here in the Buxty Hootie Studios, and I got my little brother on the show today, little Jay Ken, on the show. You would like to say hi?
Hello.
Okay, so the reason why I have him on the show this episode is going to be coming out on the 20. You know what? I didn't even think about this. Little Jay Ken's going to be 21 years old tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yep.
21. We're recording this on the 24th. His birthday's on the 25th. I remember that because it's November 25th, which December 25th is Christmas. So I just subtract a month, and that's how I remember your birthday.
Well, that's one way to remember it, I suppose.
Yeah. So anyway, you're going to be 21 years old tomorrow. This podcast is going to drop on the 26th, the morning of the 26th. Tell us, what are you going to be doing the morning? This usually drops around like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. What are you going to be doing around that time, do you think?
Either just waking up or still be sleeping.
Or puking in a toilet.
Or puking, yeah, maybe.
Are you going to go out on Monday night?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, dude.
A couple of my friends got offered hunting, so I do too. So that's the plan, to go out, have some fun.
And so you never had any, like, is this for, like, do you think you're going to like beer?
I hope so. I heard when you first start drinking beer, it's not very good. So maybe I have to try a mixed drink or something. We'll see, though.
He's drinking before. We're just joking. Don't worry. There isn't any cops that listen to this. Anyway, the reason why I have you on actually is because we just got back from Deer Camp 2024.
First annual.
I am 36 years young, and I have actually never gone hunting a day in my life, ever. And little Jay Ken here, you have gone hunting in the past?
Yeah, quite a bit of years I've gone deer hunting, yeah. Just from sitting with people to going by myself, yeah.
Yeah. So we got land up north, and little Jay Ken was like, hey big bro, why don't we go up north and go hunting? And I'm like, oh Christ, man, with my luck I'm gonna shoot a deer and I'm not gonna know what to do. And that's exactly what happened. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
So anyway, so it's just me and you. You didn't want to go up by yourself because you were a little scared, right?
I was going up by myself either way. I had everything set up. I was going up.
Yeah, so you bought 2 deer stands. Is that what you would call them? Deer stands? They're more like tents.
I would say they're more blinds. They're like, you can use them for turkey blinds, really, but we used them for deer blinds.
Oh, okay. And you set those up. You went up by yourself this last week and set them up by yourself.
Yeah.
So what was your reasoning behind where you put them?
I just put some cameras up there weeks ago, and there were deer showing up on the camera, so I just put them around them areas where the deer would be coming, walking through. I found some trails in the woods, and that's where I set it up.
Now, and then I asked you this on the way back, but I was just curious again. Did you know that you set mine up on the side of a hill with a big boulder in the middle?
Yes, I didn't know the boulder was that big, but we went out there the Friday night, and I told you I didn't think it was gonna be that bad though inside, but
I sat down there on Saturday morning and sat down on my chair and fell right off. I fell right off. I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun for the next 10 hours or whatever. But yeah, we got up on Saturday. Well, we got up on Friday night and drank a couple beers. I did. You drank Mountain Dews, right?
Yep. Mountain Dews and root beers.
Wink, wink. And just a couple. Went to bed relatively early, and I was thinking I've never up north. When we go up north, it's usually a party. This is the first time I ever slept up north, either by myself in a bed. And when I was a little kid, I always had to sleep on the couch. Now I have a bed. Since I got married, and it's the first time I've been up there without my wife. So I slept by myself on the bed, and I was not completely hammered drunk. And it was probably the best night of sleep I ever had in my life. I should try that more often. You slept on the couch, so when you didn't have to, there's plenty of beds, but you slept on the couch anyway. Why did you do that?
Well, because my bed's downstairs, and I don't know, I didn't really want to sleep downstairs.
Because you're scared.
I ain't scared. It's just, I don't know. I'd rather sleep upstairs, and then all the other beds get occupied throughout the year, and I think that's kind of weird. So the couch is comfy enough anyway.
Yeah, the couch is comfy. So we got up on Saturday morning. I made a pot of coffee and filled up my Yeti.
Black, no, what's that stuff you put in there?
Sugar?
No, the cream. No cream, nothing.
No, I drink my coffee black. Black and bitter is how I like my coffee. Do you drink coffee?
No.
What do you drink? Anything?
Well, like during the work week, I'll have either like a Monster or one of them.
Yeah, you can tell you can tell everyone.
The cappuccinos at Quick Trip.
I didn't know you were a woman.
Well, I wish I could drink black coffee, nothing. No, maybe put a little something in there, but
No, black coffee, nothing.
I would, like I told you on the way up, I think that's the coolest thing.
He thinks. A couple of weeks ago, I did an episode on envy. Do you remember that episode? Envy.
Yeah.
That's what you're envious about. When you see someone drinking a black coffee, you're envious of that person. Am I correct in saying that?
They're on the job site in the morning, got their black coffee and a donut,
And a cigarette.
and a cigarette too. That puts the icing on the cake.
Oh yeah, man. Well, we didn't have any cigarettes this weekend because, well, I don't actually smoke. We're just romanticize about it. But black coffee, yes, indeed. So we went out to our deer stands, I guess, and we sat probably, from morning till about, I think 11 o'clock. You said.
Yeah, it was 11:30. It was.
And now, so I've never hunted a day in my life. I went goose hunting one time, and it was not that enjoyable.
You didn't like that?
Well, we didn't get any geese.
Oh, yeah.
I think even like because we were just laying in the grass or whatever, and it was just like, I don't know. And then we saw geese, but they were miles away or whatever, and then we actually went a second day with my buddy. And again, didn't see anything. So I just thought I just never really had the hunting bug. But I really do enjoy venison. And I always said that, like, oh man, I really like venison, but I don't hunt. And I never had anyone hunt with. Our old man doesn't hunt. It was, me. I think he went when he was younger, but it wasn't really his thing. So I don't know. How did you even get into hunting?
I just thought when I was younger, I just liked the thought of it, and that's pretty much all. And I just kept at it going.
And your girlfriend's a big hunter.
Yeah,
So that probably
big
helped
hunter.
out.
Yeah.
Do you think you would hunt if it wasn't for her? Do you think you would still like be hunting kind of?
Yeah.
Well, because you got buddies that you go hunting with.
Yeah. Even go out by uncle's land. I've gone out there a couple times.
Oh yeah, we have an uncle who has got land. I can honestly say the reason I never went hunting as a young kid without dad is because I was always nervous about. This is probably something I should really tell a psychiatrist instead of the tens and tens of people listening to this. But I always was afraid that people were gonna just murder me. I
had those thoughts when I was on my way to pick you up. I was like, what if he just thinks about it and so you're not alone, but you just gotta get past that thought.
Does anyone ever have those? I mean, is something wrong with our brains that we have thoughts like that? Is anyone listening to here ever go hunting with a people that ever, and you're just like, that guy's got a loaded gun? There's no reason. I mean, there's nothing stopping him from just killing me. Like that's the kind of that one thought probably made me not go hunting. That there's two reasons I never really went hunting, and that's probably one of them. So I was okay to go with you though, because I could take you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I hope someone emails in and be like, no, I've had that thought. Not that I should really maybe see a psychiatrist, but anyway, so we went up on Friday night and got there. We had to move your stand in the pitch black because you
it wasn't in a very good spot.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's probably gonna be people listening to this podcast episode that are gonna be like furious at like our maybe not.
I don't know.
But you put my stand in a spot, and then we went and saw your stand, and where your shooting lane was it was right at my stand.
I told you that after I set it up and on my way home, I realized I was like, wow, that is actually not very good at all.
Well, and you know what? Actually, in all honesty, that's good that you had that thought. It's safety first. Safety is very important when it comes to hunting. So we got up there, and then we just kind of moved your stand 90 degrees, more or less, and we put it a couple feet over, a little more flat. So you had a nice flat.
Oh yeah, mine was real flat.
I was spilling my coffee, falling off my chair. You sit in a nice flat spot, and then we so that way and then we had a game plan. You shoot to the west. Right?
Yep.
West. And to the south, I shoot to the west and to the north.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we had that all game planned out.
So yeah, and I've never gone hunting before at all, but using I guess some common sense or whatever. So then you had a gun, we had a rifle, a 30-06, right?
Yeah,
and
the 30
other one.
270.
A 270 and a 30-06. Now, you're the hunter in the family here. What do those numbers mean?
I told you this already in the truck. You're setting me up for failure.
What do they mean?
The size of the gun?
I don't.
That's all.
I have no idea what the hell they mean.
Me neither.
There's guys who, 30-06, goddamn. I was like, oh, fuck. Why do you say 30-6? Like, why odd? And then what was the other one? A
270.
2270?
270.
A 270.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they say odd because that zero is in there. I'm guessing maybe that because it's 30-06.
Well, there's a dash in there, I think. I think it's 30-06.
So they say odd
Or
because of
maybe
the
a
zero,
dot.
probably. Like if it was a 2.
Well, it's
If
not
it-
27 odd.
Yes. No, it's not 27 odd. No. But I'm guessing if that 0 was in front of the 7, it would be a 2 odd 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anyone listening to this that can just frickin' send me an email and tell me
there's
how
a
this shit works?
30 out 30.
30 so that must be a 300.
No, 3030.
30 at 30. Oh, maybe it's a dash then. Is there a dash?
Yeah, there's
in
a
the
dash.
20?
I just said that.
Sorry. So anyway, we get up there. We got a 30-6 and a 20-70 and
Yeah, just roll with it. Just roll with it.
So yeah, we Friday night we kind of go to bed relatively early. Had a couple beers, but it wasn't like a deer camp. We could have went to the bar down the road. They had exotic dancers, but we didn't do that, right? Because we both are have women at home,
Mature.
and we're mature, and I've been to that bar with the exotic dancers, and there's really
Not
no.
good.
It's really.
It's not good.
It's no reason to go. So we went to bed and
It'd be
woke up
more
in the morning.
It'd be more respectful to go there with your wife than to go there without her, just so she can feel better about herself.
Hey, that's a good, and which is what we did do that one time. We
Yeah.
brought our significant others
Yeah.
there, and yeah, I think they all left kind of smiling, like, "Huh, yeah, better than them." No offense to the. That's why I'm not going to say the name of the bar, but hopefully it's not the only. I don't think it's the only bar with exotic dancers, but anyway, then we went to bed, and then we got up in the morning and we went hunting. So we went hunting from morning till about 11 o'clock, and then on your cameras you said there was really never any movement from 11 to 3.
Yeah, 11 to 3.
So then we went to the bar, Gateway Bar. Give a little shout out there in Crivets, Wisconsin.
Very good.
Very good. And you never been there before.
No, I never was there.
And which I'm not. Obviously, everyone's at home is like, well, he's not 21, but it's a. If you're ever going through Crivets, the Gateway is a bar, but it's also a restaurant. It's like a pub, but it's a nice. And if you go during the summer, they have bands outside. They have outside seating. It's very good. And then also in the shout out, Dudex in Crivets is right across the street from there, and they have wood fire pizza. I don't know why I'm saying this. I just feel like I should, because I went there one time and it was delicious. So if you're ever driving through Crivets, Dudex, Gateway, tell them the Ordinary Average Guy podcast show sent you, and they're going to say, what are you talking about? But we went there. We both had bacon cheeseburgers with pepper jack cheese. I had a Bloody Mary. And in all honesty, you had a Mountain Dew.
I did, yes.
Because you are, not legal. And then I had a Tapper, a Busch Light. And we ate those burgers. Waitress had a crush on me for some reason, but I was like, hey man, I think it's because she thought I was your dad, because you're a lot younger than I am. You're 20 and I'm 36, so I think she thought I was your dad, and I think she, kind of like, oh,
she
look,
must have
look,
thought you were
the old buck, a DILF, I think, a DILF. What that is?
Yeah. I wanted to say something, but I can't.
Okay. But anyway, I paid my bill and we left, and then we went back to the cabin. We went hunting again, and all of a sudden that's when we saw a deer. Now, I obviously never went hunting before. I never obviously shot a deer. Have you? You have not shot a deer either?
I haven't either. No.
But you're going to go all week, though. You're going to go hunting with your girlfriend and stuff, right?
Yeah, I got plans all week to go.
And I would say the odds are in your favor of getting a deer, from what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, she was telling me about how in the opening morning, they saw quite a bit of bucks and deer, but not big enough for them to shoot.
So that's their theory on their land. They don't shoot does, right?
Yeah, Like they not opening morning, they wouldn't shoot one. No.
Also, maybe more towards the end of the week they would shoot a doe,
Yeah.
just to get some meat in the freezer, kind
Yeah.
of thing. But and then when it comes to a buck, there's a certain deal there where they only shoot bucks that are like
Like a nice 8 or higher.
a nice 8 or higher. And our theory was, if it's brown, it's down. That was our theory, and I don't know if that's right or wrong. I know I did some research on Google, and they're like, I don't know. So anyway, our theory was if it's brown, it's down.
Well, they got families to feed.
Goddamn Biden and I can't afford meat at the goddamn grocery store, so I gotta go. That's another reason I went hunting. I gotta put some food on the table. I gotta get some meat in the freezer. I was shit, man. I was ready to get some squirrels and all that stuff. I saw a lot of squirrels, a lot of blue jays. But yeah, we were out hunting, and it was kind of like if it's brown, it's down. I guess I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's right or wrong. Why do people? I guess what's the theory behind the whole like don't like pass up deer? Like why do people do that?
Well, like if it's a smaller buck, they'll let it keep growing so it's bigger for the next year.
But I guess my thing is, what the hell's it? So obviously they're in it more for
The horns. The
antlers. When I don't know much about hunting. That's the one thing though I remember from high school. I took ag class and we talked about hunting. It's not horns, it's antlers.
Well, that's kind of a couple years ago when I went hunting with one of Dad's friends. He said something like that, but he called them horns.
No, horns are hollow. Horns are hollow. Horns on a cow, those are actually hollow.
Oh,
That's why when you cut them off, you can blow through them. You know.
Okay,
You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about? Antlers are not hollow. There you go.
Filled in.
And so every time people are like, "Oh, the horns," I'm like, "Dude," I'm like, "They're antlers, bro." But anyway, so basically they let them grow just more or less more for so they get a prize buck.
Yeah.
Whereas you and me were literally like we like venison or me personally, I was like I like venison. I just want meat in the freezer because I like venison. I don't give it. A guy at work told me, he's like, "Hey, you can't eat." He did say horns. I did not correct him, but he said
Maybe
hey,
you're wrong. What if you got it backwards?
I 1,000% guarantee you it's antlers. I don't have it wrong. I do not have it wrong.
All right.
I guarantee you. But anyway, he said horns, and I didn't correct him. But he was like, just remember when you're out there hunting, you can't eat the horns. And I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Exactly.
It's a good point. So I was just like, dude, I just want to get a deer, and plus I never got a deer before ever, and I was like, so and whatever. So anyway, sure shit, a doe came running through the. Maybe a younger doe came running through the woods, and all of a sudden I saw that bitch, and I had the safety off on the gun on 30-06, which is our grandpa's gun. So it's kind of cool hunting with his gun, and it came running through the woods, and then we had like this opening in the woods. That's usually our sled hill in the winter, and then it came through and it slowed down, stopped right in front of me, about 30 yards away. And I raised that gun, and I was looking through the scope, and because I took hunter safety, so I just remembered all this stuff. You're supposed to kind of shoot right behind the shoulder,
Yeah.
right where the heart is. And I got her in the scope, and she's standing still like a statue. And I'm actually doing the motions right now, and I'm looking in there, and boom, one shot. And that gun is, it's funny because the gun is loud. The gun has some kickback and shit like that. But I was so like
Into it.
I didn't like. It's just funny how like you're so, come on, you son of a bitch, and it's you don't even like I don't know. You don't hear it. You don't feel the shoulder. It's just kind of cool. So I shot it, one shot, it went down, dead. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I was like, holy crap. And then this was my worst nightmare because number 2, the second reason why I never really went hunting, and the main reason, because field dressing a deer was always something that gave me a lot of anxiety. And you've never done it.
No. I mean, I've seen people do it, but I've never done it personally.
So we got this deer, and now it's like, okay, now we got to do this field dressing, and I've never done it, and you're like, well, you shot the deer, so you got to do it, and I'm like, God damn it,
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense, right? And then, so we dragged it up to the kind of the cabin area on more flat ground, and I will give you credit. You had everything you needed: a knife, the gloves, this deer stands. You gave me Dad. You had the orange jacket. Well, it was Dad's jacket, but you got that for me. You kind of set this all up. It was almost like you were like a
guide.
A guide.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So we watched some YouTube videos, but we didn't have the best internet reception, so we just kind of started going at it. And I would say I never murdered anything in my life other than insects. And so killing a deer, I didn't get like the aha, like, I think people might get a kick out of that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe people don't. Do hunters like get a kick, like, yeah, like the adrenaline?
I would say yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really get that, but I'll be honest with you. When I was cutting open the deer, I kind of, and maybe I just because I'm a pansy, I don't know, but I kind of felt like bad doing that. Like it just felt like.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think you'd be more messed up if you didn't kind of feel bad.
That's a good point. We were kind of saying, because we were watching YouTube videos, and we're like, how did should we even say that?
Say what?
The Jeffrey Dahmer thing?
Oh. I don't, why not?
Well, it was just crazy. Like, we're watching YouTube videos on how to do this, and we were kind of like, I wonder how Dahmer did it. Because he didn't have YouTube videos. And you can't, and he was doing humans. It's like, how do you.
Doing everything.
How do you. But anyway, we watched a YouTube video. And I don't know, the YouTube video that we watched was not helpful at all.
Yeah, very bad.
And I know I would go through the gory details, but basically we did get it.
Oh.
I think if we were to do it again, it would go a lot better. We got all the intestines and everything out. If I would have known what I was doing, I would have saved the liver, but I didn't know what I was doing. But we got everything out. We never punctured the stomach. We never punctured like the intestines. So we never had any of that.
Yeah, we never hit anything that they say not to hit.
Right. So that was our big fear. Like, oh boy, we don't want to ruin the meat, so to speak. But we did it, and it took a little longer than probably anticipated. And then it was starting to get dark out, and then we heard the coyotes coming. So we were like, oh boy. But we did it. Sorry about that. We lost reception here or whatever. Anyway, so we did it. We got the everything was gutted. We drained the blood out, threw it on the back of the old pickup truck, and then that was the first day. So that was yesterday. So today, then we got up, cleaned up, because you're gonna go hunting more down here or whatever. So we brought it back and took it to the butcher. So that was it, man. That was Deer Camp 24, man.
Yeah,
so
first annual.
Frickin' did it, first annual. So next year, so what could we do differently next year to maybe, I mean, we saw a deer, we got a deer, but what could we do differently to make it more, like for the listeners at home that don't hunt, what could we do?
We'll make some trails back in the woods so it's easier for the deer to walk through because it's pretty wooded back there.
It is wooded. Yeah, other than the two. Well, like, I didn't even really go in your stand or your blind at all. Did you have any,
There was a walking path in front of me a little bit.
Okay, there was. All
Yeah.
right. That's kind of what was your shooting.
Yep.
And then obviously I had mine. But yeah, we could put more down there. I
More
guess what would that
paths.
all include? Just cutting down the trees and
Yeah, taking the trees over there maybe.
seems like
Buy
lot
a
of
couple
work.
more acres.
Buy a couple more acres. There's 80 acres behind us that yeah, that'd be cool to have for multiple reasons. Put trails back there to go four-wheeling. Yeah, talk to mom and dad about that.
Yeah.
Just, 80 acres, not like it's that going to be that much money. But so, and then food plots, that's another thing, right?
Yeah, food plots, yeah.
So why don't you describe what a food plot is a little? I just thought it was like a little garden, but it's not, huh?
I mean it can be. It's basically just like being a farmer, planting some whatever kind of plant you want to do. Like around here, I know some people do oats. Or not oats.
No,
Soybeans.
soybeans.
Soybeans. That's
Okay.
what I meant. And some sunflowers. Deer like that, I guess. So it's
Apples, apple tree,
apple
maybe.
tree, yeah, that could be a good one.
Cool.
Because you're not allowed to like bait. It's like you can't just go out there and put a thing of corn down. But I guess food plots are okay. I don't really know why they're different, but
I don't know either. It tells the difference. I don't know. If you know, let me know.
yeah. Send an email.
jkenoag@outlook.com. So anyway, we took the deer in, and I'm going to save this piece of paper. I'm going to be honest with you. And I didn't feel that. I was a little nervous going in there because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But the guy next to me, too, he didn't really know what he was doing either, so I felt kind of bad. But there's the back loins, and then it's like circle yes or no. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess. I don't know why would you not take them, I guess. I don't know. Then it's the tenderloin, yes or no. And I'm like, well, yeah, why wouldn't you take
Yeah,
it?
that's a for sure. Yes, I would say.
Yeah, like some of this stuff, I don't even know why it's a question. And then it was the roast, and that's the shoulder, yes or no. And I said no to that only because she made a comment like that's what you could make your beef, or not beef, Venice, like it's jerky.
Jerky and beef sticks, you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I didn't really know what the hell she's talking about. Then just like the hind quarters, and it was steaks. I'm like, well, yeah. And then there was an option between like one hind or both. I'm like, well, both. I don't.
Why would you only want one?
I don't know. I gotta get it. You know what I should do is I should get a butcher on this show once.
Yeah.
Because this would be really something interesting. Maybe there's some people.
And why they would even decide to be a butcher. Some guys say I would never. You could not pay me enough to be that.
Yeah, we were watching them, and yeah, it's pretty gruesome. It's pretty
Hey,
gruesome.
we thought gutting the deer was bad, but
I know, but man, and they all were smiling and shit.
they were enjoying themselves.
They're like,
oh yeah. Oh, look at this big one.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. But
This one's gonna be messy. Oh yeah.
yeah, it is something else. But yeah, we got the deer in there, and then I mean, it actually was pretty slick. So one other thing too, we didn't really know what we were doing, but you want to, well, you don't have to, but like guys like you and me, we went to a place where you can just take the whole deer.
Yeah.
Because someone told you that we had to take it to a different place first.
Yeah, they said we had to take it somewhere to get cut up and then take that meat to the where they process
butcher.
it. Yeah, to the butcher.
So again, this is kind of like an intro to hunting. but like seriously, like I said and realize that. But so you can either go to a place to where they'll cut the deer up for you.
And I think that's cheaper than what we did.
Oh, probably. This is it was not cheap. And then you take that meat. Then you take that meat to the butcher, and they'll prepare it for you.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it. Yeah.
But what we did was, I think, more convenient, where we just
Dropped it off. Left.
And I don't think all butchers do that, probably but this
not.
one did. So that was that. And then, so I guess they're going to call in a couple days when they have the weights and how much meat is actually on the deer. And then we'll talk more like, sausage, beef sticks or venison sticks, stuff like that. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. But I will say, I did watch some more YouTube videos. If you never gutted a deer and you're going to go hunting. See, what I'm actually hoping, though, is that you go hunting with, so your girlfriend's family, they're diehard hunters. And what I'm hoping happens here is that you go hunting with them. You shoot a deer, obviously, and then they'll teach you how to, like, properly do it in the field. Because we watch YouTube videos, but you just can't really.
Yeah, it's not the same as somebody telling you what to do. And
right. And if you guys are listening, little J. Ken's girlfriend's family, if you guys shoot a deer, you should have them gut it, so you get some more practice. So then next year when we go up, if we go to deer camp again, you can do it. You know how to do it better.
I mean, yeah, I guess a good idea, but
why are you smiling so much? I'm not trying to be a debaker. I think these are good ideas.
I don't know. You're the one that gutted it yesterday. It didn't look very fun.
No, it did not. It wasn't fun. But I think if you knew what you were doing,
yeah, it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the and I'm not trying to be funny here or nothing. I mean, because it probably won't be funny anyway. But the anus, the butthole, yeah, that was
the worst part.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing back there. Nor do I usually.
That's not just for hunting.
Anyway, but I didn't. That is something that I had. I mean, it would be. I think that's where it's important. Like, if you're going to be a first-time hunter, it is cool if you could go with someone that has some experience. For that sake, right there.
Well, the worst part was, me and my girlfriend, we were at the sporting goods store, and she was like, "You want a butt out?" It's like a little tool, I guess, that it makes getting the butt out easier. And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "Yeah, you don't need that," she said, and we ended up wishing we did have it.
Yeah, definitely, because that literally was difficult. Or maybe it's easy, but if you've never done it before, I really had no idea what the hell we were doing. I tried FaceTiming one of my buddies, but then he didn't pick up, and I don't blame him. He was probably still in the stand or something. But I don't know, that was pretty intense. I don't know if I was anxious. I didn't want to ruin the meat. And that's what everyone was talking about. But I don't know if I said this yet, but we did not puncture the stomach. We did not puncture intestines. I think overall we did a good job.
For a first time, I think.
What'd your girlfriend say? You sent her a picture and she said, yeah, you butchered it.
She said yeah, she said we butchered it, but for the first time it wasn't bad.
Yeah, okay. Good. But yeah, man. So that was Deer Camp 24 in the books. And then next year we'll go up again, and then our brother-in-law, maybe he'll come up. I don't know if hopefully we have enough, and we have enough acres up there, I think, for 3 guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know why we wouldn't. We would all just have to shoot west. We wouldn't be able to shoot. But the way I couldn't shoot to the west. I couldn't shoot to the north. I could only shoot to the west. Like, I wasn't able, because the hill was right there.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have shot right into the hill. So I mean, I only really had one option anyway, but anyway, so yeah, so that's next year. Yeah, I can see doing it again. And then I got little MJ. He's 6. Yeah, I think it'd be cool, to get him, learn hunting. I'm not saying I'm gonna be like a diehard hunter or anything like that. Because they don't have the money to do that, but it'd be nice for when he's old enough, and then we can go hunting if he wants, and then I can
teach him
be more confident in it. So, and then last night we weren't going to go hunting this morning. We were like, well, we got our deer. So then I stayed up till 3 a.m. watching Russell Crowe movies, pounding beers, and drinking and eating caramel popcorn. And little Jay Ken here went to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I fell asleep, yeah.
And I'm the old guy, and I'm up partying all by myself.
We weren't partying. We were sitting on the chairs and couches.
Dude, I drank 14 beers last night. That's not partying?
No, there was no music.
You don't need music to party.
Pretty close.
I mean, I'm all for me. I mean, obviously,
there were no cards, no nothing. We were just watching movies. It's kind of sus.
Okay, what? Sus? What the hell is that? What is that? What is that word?
I don't know how to explain it. Just sus. It's like two guys hanging out watching movies. That's pretty sus that there might be.
What does the word first of all, we're brothers, so there's nothing sus about it. And what does sus mean? What does that mean?
I just told you. I don't know I just know what it, when you say it. And
so we're on our way up, and we don't need to talk about it now. I'm going to have little Jay Ken on again, because he was using language that I have never heard of. So I'm 16 years older than you, which doesn't I mean, yes, it is a lot older than your normal sibling age gaps, but it's not like I'm 30 years older than you. I had no idea I didn't know half the words that were coming out of your mouth. But I didn't know anything. What was some other things that you were saying?
Like the rip on her.
Rip on her. Yeah. So he's like, ripped on her. Rip on her.
Yeah,
rip on her.
Talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our dad has a truck, and a newer truck. And James is like, yeah, Dad's always ripping on her. And I'm like, oh, I thought Dad liked the truck. And he's like, yeah, he does. He's always ripping on her. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, he always steps on the gas and goes real fast. I said, you mean give her? Yeah, he rips on her. And I'm like, little Jay Kim, man, that's not what that means. Ripping on somebody is like making fun of them or not liking something. And now apparently it did a 180, and now ripping on her is like a good thing.
Yeah.
I didn't. And there was another one. You can say the F word. Say the F word if you want. I just said it.
I don't know. Well, I don't.
I thought you said I would F with it or something like that.
Oh, I'd fuck with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, it's not really in the. Like, say you have something cool and you're like, oh, what was in the context?
Yeah, let's not talk about it if you don't really know what it means.
Well, I know what it means. It's like, yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, but okay, in that situation, I like the F word as much as the next guy, but that doesn't make you would. I don't know. It doesn't make if you this mouse that I have in my hand, you would say let's just say I would F with that.
Do I like it or do I not like it?
You like this mouse.
So if I like, then yeah, I'd F with it.
So you would have sexual intercourse with this mouse.
No.
Okay, I see.
It's just the lingo, man. 2024.
Yeah, what is some other thing you said? There was one other thing you said. I was like, what the hell? Maybe that was it. But yeah, you're gonna teach me some lingo about the Gen Zs. You're Gen Z. Yeah, Gen Z. Because there's Boomer, Gen X, Millennial, Gen Z. Oh, Aura. You're like aura points, man.
Aura points. Yeah.
Like I got a aura ring, and he's like, "Oh, your aura points are gonna be sky or something like that." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? Aura points? You mean on my app?" He's like, "No, your aura points. You got some aura points, or you're gonna lose aura points." And I'm like, "What in the hell are you talking
like
about?"
if you do something cool, or badass, you get aura points.
And are those like counted somewhere? Is someone keeping track of your aura points?
No, yourself. I mean, I never really got into that one. I just thought it was funny because you have an aura ring.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of my. I'm really into my health right now, so.
Not this weekend.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do we have to eat? Caramel corn, beef sticks, and you had Busch Lights.
Yeah. That was the diet this weekend. It was caramel, popcorn, beef sticks, and Busch Lights.
Don't tell Coach Lins that.
Don't tell Good one, Coach Lins, man. I hope you're not listening. Ooh, it was a bad weekend. But you know what? You're at deer camp when in Rome. So anyway, let's get to the next segment of the show here. A sponsor. Actually, I'm gonna do something. I was kind of trying to be funny with the sponsor thing, but I'm actually gonna do a real sponsor, and it's gonna be me. It's gonna be the Ordinary Average Guy podcast show. That's the sponsor until you get a real sponsor. If you're listening to this, you can listen to the Ordinary Average Guy on on every podcast platform. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio, all of them. If the kids are screaming. If you are listening, please like it and rate it. And if you think it deserves a 5-star, give it a 5-star and comment if you can. I don't know much about this, but that's how we can get this thing bigger, is if you guys can help me out with that. And then on YouTube, especially, if you can like it and leave comments, maybe, I don't know. And then share it if you want to. If you want to share it. Because I know if you share it, then everyone's gonna be like, what the hell are you sharing this for? But if you think other people might get a kick out of this show, please share it. So, or whatever, or don't. So thank you very much to the tens and tens of you who listen to the show. We have no emails, but we do have a message. First of all, you can email me at jkenoag@outlook.com, or you can send a message on Facebook at the Ordinary Average Guy podcast show. And we have another have an email here from Angie. So just listen to the Vegas show with The Franchise. I'm a big fan. Great show. I loved the convos and Vegas stories, and Franchise seems like a fun guy that could keep the campfire conversations rolling. Yeah. That's true. I bet he probably could be. I bet. Love the off-the-cuff convos about vests, belts, etc. too. Bring him back as a regular. Yeah, I think we will. P.S. His voice sounds like someone. Who? Some actor? Can anyone peg who he sounds like? I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but since I think we had some quality issues last week, and hopefully I got those. I don't know why, but both of our voices kind of. Did they sound funny? Our voices?
I don't think they sounded funny. It just sounded like sometimes it would like fade away for a second and then come back. Like it'd get really quiet and then come back.
Franchise was talking into his microphone kind of goofy, and I didn't think it would be a big deal until, and I told you, like, talk into the microphone. So that's pretty important. But even my voice sounded kind of goofy. Some people thought I had a cold. I do not. But yeah, I don't know who he sounds like. Liver and potato. Okay, that's what we got. Yeah, you can email me or send me messages. Unordinary opinion. Since I have a guest on, I'll let him take it. Little J. Ken, what's your unordinary opinion?
I would say an unordinary opinion would be since Thanksgiving's coming up, what is it? This coming week, I guess.
Thursday.
Keep the stuffing off the Thanksgiving table.
That's your unordinary opinion. Keep the stuffing off the Thanksgiving table.
I guess that'd be an ordinary opinion. Because does anybody even like stuffing?
Yeah, I think everybody. I think you're the only person in the world who doesn't want stuffing on a Thanksgiving table. Who can you think of anyone else that doesn't want stuffing on it? Even Dad eats stuffing.
No, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
How do you not like? Have you ever tried stuffing?
No. It doesn't look good though. So
are you kidding me? Stuffing is delicious.
I don't think I've ever tried it.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Just keep it
I
off.
could forego any of the stuffing is the number one food on my plate. I can't believe that's your that is definitely an unordinary opinion. Because you are in a club of one.
Well, who knows? Maybe this Thanksgiving I'll try it. Might have to take it back next time I'm on.
Is okay. Yeah.
Or is this not how this works?
What do you mean?
I think I don't. I say take it off.
Well, you should. No, you can't take it off. Everyone loves stuff. Hey, let's do a poll. I don't know how we would do it. Maybe email or message
on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Poll on Facebook.
Oh,
yeah. I was gonna send you an email about making a poll on Facebook for your merch.
Merch.
Yeah, like you've been talking about having merch, shirts.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that would.
Well, for like the name of the name of your fans.
Oh, that way. Yeah. It'd be cool to have merch someday.
I thought you were just talking about that on your last episode.
Well, I won't lie to you. I have thought of it'd be cool to have shirts and stuff and kind of make like a whole but this podcast isn't big enough. I mean, I don't even know how many people. I mean, I have over 1,000 downloads, but I don't know how many people actually listen to. Because I think
big time.
Do you download it or do you just listen to it?
I just listen to it.
See, that's the thing. I don't know how to find out how many people have listened to the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I have over 1,000 downloads. I have Podbean is what I use. It's the hosting site, but it doesn't tell me how many listeners.
You would probably have to find that out on each app, like Spotify.
But I don't have an account on Spotify, so I have an account on Podbean, which is a hosting site. So I put it on there, and then they distribute it to everybody.
That makes sense.
So I don't because it would be cool. My goal with this podcast originally, my goal was just to come on here and talk stupid. Right?
Now it's getting legit, so you can't really do that.
Well, it's not even really getting. It's not legit. It's not legit.
It's getting legit.
No, it's not.
26 episodes. That means. I think that would mean.
My goal is to get to 52. My goal is 52.
Why? Because it's
a year.
Double what you're at right now.
No, because it's a year long. Once a week.
Oh, yeah, okay, makes sense.
So, and then I was gonna see if I should go. But now that I'm having a guest on and stuff like this, I feel like the Ordinary Average Guy podcast show, I think it kind of is a niche because I listen to other podcasts occasionally and everyone has actors on or people that are famous or stuff like that. And I kind of thought maybe people would like a podcast where it's just ordinary people talking to each other.
Isn't that the whole point why you made the podcast?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But I've been thinking more like I think people might actually get a kick out of that. So it would be cool. Like I don't even know if this is a real goal, but it would be cool to be like in Northeast Wisconsin anyway, at the very least, from Sheboygan to Marinette and out to Stevens Point, like if people knew the show, like if people knew it.
Yeah.
And that's, it'd be like, yeah, the Ordinary Average Guy podcast. And like, if people could, it'd be cool to sell shirts and stuff like that and come up with funny sayings. But I don't think it would ever be like there's no way it would ever, it's just not that. Yeah. Who am I kidding? This show sucks.
Didn't, one of those, like the guy that, Steve Jobs like started in his garage, didn't he? It's pretty close to a garage. A little more dungy, but
yeah, this is more dungy than a garage. Yeah, and also, yeah, I don't think we'll ever get to Steve Jobs height. I don't think I'm ever gonna become the richest man in the world because of this, but maybe. There's a lot of people that start in the garage. I think
you started in the wrong spot of your house. Then
a lot of bands. All right. So, unordinary. You know what? I'm gonna throw my unordinary opinion. We went hunting this week. I'm gonna be honest with you. That 30 Point Buck song. If I ever heard that again, if I don't ever hear that again, I'd be the happiest man in my life. That song sucks. And I heard it on the radio on the way up to deer camp, and I'm like, oh my god, is this is.
It's not meant to be good. It's meant to be funny.
No, but it's not even funny.
I
it's
think
not even funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
You really, truly think it's funny? What's funny about it?
Just
don't fit the party in the back.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
the back. No one even talks like that. You know what? Like, I think what pisses me off is when Wisconsinites get ripped on for their voices. Like, I listen to the podcast. I'm sure I have a Wisconsinite voice, but I don't think it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not like that. I'd say Wisconsin's got like the most normal voice.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. There's definitely people that we definitely have like a we do have that, but it's not to that extent. And I just kind of like, I don't know. I just don't like it when I don't know. I don't like it when people like I just didn't like it. I don't care for it. I usually am not offended by jokes. I'm not offended. I'm not saying anything. I just don't think. I think it's such a. I think it's stupid. There, I said it. But that's my unpopular opinion. You know what I mean? But.
Yeah.
Okay, so song of the week in honor of hunting hunting up north. Song of the week is You Gotta Go with Fred Bear, right? Ted Nugent. Do you ever hear that song?
Me? No, never.
You never heard Fred Bear?
Well, no, hold on. There's a lot of songs out there that I've heard, but I don't know the name of it. Like, probably over 90% of the songs.
How do you turn on your YouTube on there?
0.
You're not going to give the tens and tens of people listening this your passcode.
0602 for everybody out there.
I can't believe is that your PIN for your debit card too?
No, it's just for my phone.
Where's your YouTube app on this bitch? You have it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh my god!
Like the song last week you had.
Oh my god! You just constantly get notifications on your phone. Is that how your phone works? Oh my god!
People are just blowing up the group text message. I hate
how to get the butt out on a deer. That's your last thing you looked up. Here, I'm just gonna play
like the song last week you had. I didn't think I knew it, but then I played. I was like, oh yeah, I really like this song. I know this song.
Oh, Dangerous. You know this song. Oh.
No, I don't know this song.
Hold on. People at home.
All right, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it.
you
I
know that
it.
song. Song kicks ass.
That. I
The
might,
Nuge.
might put my windows down radio up on the way home.
Hell yeah, brah. Hell yeah, man. All right, well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the show. Join us back next week. Happy birthday to little Jay Kenny. He's turning big 21 years old on Monday. So a day yesterday, if you're listening to this on Tuesday. We got a deer. We got the freezer full. So we don't got to worry about the price of ground beef at the grocery store anymore. At least, I don't know. I don't even know how much meat it's going to make. But that was that. This is the show. Anything you want to say? Any last words?
Just keep sending emails, especially the loose asshole. You got some good ones.
It's Lou Sassel. That's his name. I don't know. It's not that.
Lou asshole.
It's Sasshole.
Lou Sassel.
Yeah.
Lou Sassel.
Yeah, he's got some good ones. But anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
I don't know if you want to use.
Ange can probably take a break from him.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week. And stay safe out in the woods. Don't got to be a cowboy or a hero. So,
like Russell Crowe. Leave that to Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah, dude. We watched. I don't want to, but yeah, we watched Cinderella Man. Did I say that I watched Cinderella Man?
We didn't say. We just said a couple Russell Crowe movies.
And then we watched 3:10 to Yuma. Russell Crowe, Christian Bale, which I've seen that movie, but you never seen it before.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked it. Really.
That movie is awesome, and I'm gonna go on record right now and say that Russell Crowe's character in 3:10 to Yuma, his name is Ben Wade in the movie. I can't think of a cooler character in any movie ever.
Yeah, he was pretty
He's cool.
cool.
He's a bad guy. He's a killing people. He's a bank robber. He's a terrible person. But I don't know. Watch that movie and get back to me, man. That is the coolest character. And I'll be honest, I'm a big Russell Crowe guy, and I kind of haven't watched a bunch of Russell Crowe movies in a while, but then we watched two of them last night. We watched that, and then we watched Miracle Man. You fell asleep during Cinderella Man. I mean, you fell asleep during that, which I don't know how you did.
It got pretty boring for a couple minutes. That's when it happened.
Yeah, but then they started boxing at the end there. Russell Crowe is, man, he is so cool. Gladiator, you ever see Gladiator?
Probably no.
Oh yeah, that was before you were born.
You gotta get Russell. Is Russell Crowe still alive?
Yeah,
Get him on here.
yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, yeah. I'll see if I can get Russell Crowe on the show. See if we can pull that off. You know, you ever hear you're 6 people away from somebody? You ever hear that? Is that before your time? You're
never heard of
6 degrees to Kevin Bacon. You ever hear that? You know who Kevin Bacon is?
My ag teacher in school had a pig named Kevin Bacon.
Okay, that's cool. So, out of everyone that you know, so you know somebody who knows somebody. Okay, so you know somebody, that's 1. Who knows somebody, 2. Who knows somebody, 3. Who knows somebody, that's 4. So 6. Eventually you get to 6 that knows you can do the whole world. Like everyone in the world. Like if you know somebody, they know somebody who knows 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 Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of hard to fathom, but it makes sense.
Yeah. So that's how it works. So if I figure out who I know who knows who. So if I back calculate Russell Crowe, someone, my person that I saw at the gas station last week, if I can figure out who that person is, like, it might be the person at the gas station, I can try to somehow get Russell Crowe on the show. So we'll pull it off. See if you're listening to the show and you know somebody who knows somebody, let them know that we need Russell Crowe on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. And see you next week. Bye.
Bye.